We live? What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Fantastic Friday. Yes, sir. We are live. We got a lot of tabs open today, so we'll try to get through it. You guys know. Let's just, we don't need to start off with anything crazy. We got John Thomas over here. He's got his UK seminar. If you guys are in UK, try to make it to John Thomas seminar. Let me get myself on here. There we go. Can you guys see the dates? Oh, there we go. Let's get bigger. UK seminar tour. You know, John loved them seminar tours. He says, excited to be sharing all the new concepts and techniques I have been developing over the last year. If you are in the area, hope to see you there. So go check it out. July 19th to the 30th, basically. John, you ain't got no day off on there. You got the 25th. My man got one day off. John doing it. John, take care of yourself too, bro. You know John going to be caffeinated. He's going to be in, I don't know, Liverpool, Birmingham, Worcester, London, Stirling, Edinburgh, Peterborough, Clethorpes. I can't pronounce those UK names. He's going to be all over the place. So if you guys can check him out, go check him out. I haven't done a seminar in London, so I don't know. I don't know the scene out there. I've been to the Crystal Palace. That's about it. But shout out, go support John Thomas, guys. Go show him some love. We got Muggsy over here. What does Muggsy have to say?
Am I the only one that think that cops are supposed to be in shape? Why are we hiring fat cops? If you can't sprint for 30 seconds straight, if you can't run a mile in 6 or 7 minutes, if you can't properly wrestle or grapple, why would I hire you? If I was police chief, bro, I would have the best force in the U.S. of the damn A. Bro, am I tripping on my tripping?
You guys heard it from Muggsy. He said cops need to be in shape, so no more Dunkin' Donuts for my police officers out there. It's because they're sedentary. They be sitting, eating, waiting. So my cops out there, take care of your health. At least here in Jersey and in New York, a lot of the cops, firefighters, they be training, but as soon as you leave this area, they stop training. You go down south, them cops ain't training. Them cops don't want to sweat and roll, which I've seen firsthand. They don't want to, they much rather pull their gun out than to learn some self-defense, some real life self-defense. So not much I can say about that. Go train if you're a cop. That's all I can say. We got Neiman Gracie. He's over here training. I think he just moved. Neiman Gracie said, screw New York, and he moved to California. So he's looking at some new, if you guys don't know Neiman Gracie, he used to fight in Bellator and lived in New York. I fought him one time. He on that kids grind. Yep, I know it. Newport Beach. Everybody, you got money to be in Newport Beach. Let's see what he got to say. That Newport Beach, bro. Newport Beach got a ton of schools.
Our gym is opening soon in September or maybe sooner here in Newport Beach, California. And we are launching our biggest sale ever. It's the Founder Member Special. You guys gonna get free uniforms, low tuition for life, no registration fees. So make sure you take advantage of that, and I'll be waiting for you guys on the mat. See you soon. Us.
It's kind of cool, surfboard, some greenery. Of course, white geese only. You got a uniform. You got to wear that Neiman Gracie uniform over there. But, it kind of fits. My only issue is when people put their name on their school is that... when they're not there, what if you're in the class and there's no Neiman Gracie? I'm going to be a little upset. I want Neiman Gracie. It's like when you go to Lucas Lepre and there ain't no Lucas Lepre there, or Marcelo Garcia, and there ain't no Marcelo Garcia there. So I'm always careful when people put their names on their school. I'm not saying it's bad, but they can't be there all the time. We got PGF. What's PGF saying?
You, sir?
Well, it means a lot for me as training in jiu-jitsu for such a long time. I get to, it's like all my hard work is like finally paying off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it's also helping me get my name out there too. I know there's some people already kind of know me from the EBI and the Gogo Plata, but it's like I get to show more of my game now.
Right. What does it mean to have this opportunity, sir?
I don't know that guy, but people don't know me, so that's just life out here. That's life out here. So hopefully he can go make a name for himself. The only thing I don't like about PGF is that the season is long. It's like 13 weeks or something. So somebody gonna get messed up over there. The last PGF, everybody was messed up. Adam Bradley got his knee torn. Asari had his ankle torn. Everybody was messed up. For what? For $5? $500? No, I'm good.
Decision to retire from the sport because I'm 36. I mean, I think I have a few good years left in me. I could put on some bangers and beat some really top guys and maybe even potentially fight for the belt again. But it's just how much do I have to put my body and mind through to accomplish that goal? How much of myself do I need to give up? How much more of myself do I need to give up? I've left a lot in there over the years.
So that's Dustin Poirier. So he's been more successful than most MMA fighters. And he's like, I got to hang it up too. What was his career earnings though? Let's see. You guys know I got the tabs open. They said $10 million. Okay, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. How much does a dentist make? Let's see. So $10 million. Let's see. Trying to see. It doesn't say. Oh, there we go. Let's see. I want to see how much Dennis earns. Did it say? I'm looking at 5 million or more. So between $3 and $10 million. So your top UFC fighters are making. Yeah, $10 million is on the upper end for a dentist. Oh, they keep practicing for a long time. Dang. Yeah, so a little bit more than your average dentist. Maybe close to the top end of a dentist. Dang. So, he made some money. That's good. He made more money than a lot of people. Some of these fighters ain't made nothing. They got a sandwich. All Dana White gave them was a bologna sandwich. We got Pat Downey. You guys know Pat Downey from Penetration State. Well, he's not from Penetration State, but he was roasting Penetration State. He's over here training with Jansen Gomez, so that was awesome. And he says it takes guts to be what you want to be. Quality rolls tonight with Jansen Gomez. So Pat Downey, he did CJI. He did the first CJI. Remember he beat the fighter. Remember that?
Downey just stares him down. Rockhold reaches back for his back.
Oh, Luke Rockhold. That's who he fought. And he's just living his life, man. He all over the place. Hanging out with the Dagestanis, the Russians. He living life, man. We got Craig Jones.
The next athlete I'm announcing is one young Owen Jones. Owen Jones, member of the B team. We've just driven to Atlanta here. He's opening a gym, Apex Gym. Be sure to train here. But I really just wanted to assert my dominance and piss all over this brand new gym. But he'll be representing Team Europe, under 66 kilograms, led by Varus. Guys, show some support to the little man out there. Owen's gonna have a tough time out here in Atlanta, but I'm here for him.
Has Owen Jones actually gone to Atlanta? They've been saying that for a year or two. That kid ain't ready to settle down and own a school, run a school. Man, they've been saying that for months, years. Owen Jones, nobody's seen Owen Jones in Atlanta. So that's a long commute from Atlanta to Austin. Yes, sir. Come to 10th Planet Atlanta. Don't waste your time in Columbus. At Craig Jones. Craig Jones doesn't. We'll get to that picture later, but Craig, is this appropriate, guys? Let me put my face over there. No, Diddy. Is that appropriate? You got Craig over there with the kid, rolling with the kid, and then over here naked. Is that appropriate? Craig definitely needs to take a break. We got Cyborg over here training with Achilles Hosha.
He's hit the floor.
Can't play that music, but look at him going at it. Guys, make sure you got some life insurance if you go roll at Fight Sports, because you might not be able to walk afterwards. Well, it did happen. It says, when the nephew comes to test Uncle Borg. Always a tough session. I just want to know where the technique is. They're both good. They're both good, but when I see them rolling, I don't see, all the Fight Sports guys, I don't see no technique. Is that what Carlson Gracie taught you guys? Just to go pohada? Where's the technique at? There's like very little control. It's just, very scramble based. Just like, where's the technique? And Cyborg beat me. I admit it. I lost to Cyborg. But I'm just wondering where the technique is. Was that technical? I'm sure Achilles is huge. I'm just wondering where, like, when you go to Cyborg, like, you don't go to Cyborgs to learn technique, right? You just, I guess, to get some hard rolls. But that's super dangerous. Look how sweaty that mat is. These dudes over here slamming each other, doing all this crazy stuff, kicking the leg. What technique was that, Cyborg? I don't know. I'm just wondering how you learn over there, or do you learn? Miami, different place, man.
Impressed, more involved. And basically what this guy has done is he's created a database where it basically pools all the instances of like videos of jiu-jitsu that exist and that are out there, whether it be technique stuff, matches, all of this. And then it's all tagged and organized in a way where you can search particular things and then find all the information you need or all the instances where that's used. I was using it recently because Adam Wardzinski's been beating me up. So I used Lemmy, the service, to look up butterfly guard and to look up kind of some of the stuff like tripod sweep that Adam's doing. And it basically renders all the uses of butterfly guard, of the tripod sweep, all of that. And it shows you different instances where that stuff is being used. And, you know, I was able to find some little secrets, some little secrets about Adam.
And now you're about to smash Adam.
Yeah. You know, jokes aside, like, I do think it's an incredible service. Like, less impressed, more involved is a good way of just like getting a bunch of different instances of that being used, whether it be in competition or in training. And you kind of get to see not so much of the technical breakdown of someone explaining why they're doing it or whatever, but you just get to see it in live action. So then you can kind of piece it together yourself of like, okay, well, this guy uses it this way and he has this grip and he kind of waits for this opportunity. Now let me compare that to all these other instances of the same thing. And I really do just think it's an awesome tool. And this isn't sponsored or anything. You know, we're just trying to give more love out there to all the cool stuff that's available in the jiu-jitsu world. I want to talk a little bit about less impressed, more involved.
Look at Flow Grappling over there trying to evolve. That's awesome. Wrzezinski, you guys can't even see it. Wrzezinski says, the secret is to train consistently for 15 years, 2 times a day, lift weights, and treat every little sparring like a life and death Mortal Kombat match. Okay, there you go. Alrighty, you guys get the answer from Wrzezinski himself. This one's for Wendy. Well, it's in Portuguese right here, but she said she, engraved her name on her belt. I'm assuming with, through sewing and, whatever the other techniques are. She says, I was 13 when I picked up a needle and pink line and wrote my own name on my white stripe, her white belt. At the time, kimono, women, gis with women, with feminine details was beginning to appear, but it wasn't something so common. But I never needed to ask for permission to be who I am. Been there and done that. From now on, I keep putting my personality into everything I do, in fights, in clothes, in photos. This essay is not about vanity. It's about provoking the scenario and remembering that a woman can be exactly whoever she wants. Strong, vain, bold, and champion. So yeah, that's why I included it. Not about the other stuff, but she used some embroidery over here.
Kimono com enfeite rosa, bordado, não existia. É só kimono reto, uma coisa tipo assim, cara, mó masculina. Tá. E aí eu queria trazer feminilidade do que eu sempre. Aí eu peguei, tipo, agulha e linha em casa e fui bordando. Não existia, tipo, não tinha faixa bordada.
Oh, Wendy, she got the Hello Kitty, Wendy. Are you gonna start following her, Wendy? She got the Hello Kitty puffer. She might have Hello Kitty Wendy. I'm trying to get back to the puffer. I don't want to see there we go. There we go. She beat you, Wendy. She got the Hello Kitty puffer. It ain't a competition. We got Keenan. Can't play that.
You all right, man? I just got some bursitis in my knee, taking these big shots.
Yeah?
You got some nice knee pads.
Well, yeah, I got some knee pads for you. Let me check.
Shout out to J-Flow. I don't want to play the music, but I was rolling. My homeboy had the J-Flow knee pads on.
I think these have been designed and manufactured to meet all your needs.
I was thinking, like, if you're going to get a knee pad, you probably want it from a guy who's taken 1 million knee pads.
Yeah, so, my homeboy was wearing those yesterday, and, I was like, I ain't doing no takedowns with this guy. Marley, what's up? Happy Fantastic Friday. Fitness Friday. Do some exercises for your boy Alec. Do you think UFC BJJ should add a flyweight division? Yes, they should have flyweight. I don't know exactly what that weight class is, but they need the smaller weights. Yeah, what's flyweight again? I don't know exactly the weight classes for the MMA. Oh, I can look it up real fast. Let's see, flyweight. It is 56.7, which is 125. Oh, wow. Yep, happy Fitness Friday, guys. Do some burpees, do some push-ups, do some squats, do something today, okay? Yeah. 125. Is that for dudes or the ladies? It must be for dudes. I think they're going to have a hard time finding people for that weight class because Mikey, Mikey can't find no competitors, apparently. Which I don't believe at all. So yeah, if you're in the single leg, just do a split. Do that front split. You get out. The issue is most of us can't do that front split. For the ladies, yeah. The ladies, there's definitely a lot of 125 pounders for the ladies. For the dudes, yeah, it might be a little tough for the dudes. But maybe they can pull in some MMA, some of the MMA people or something. I don't know. I don't like the UFC BJJ, so I'm not gonna come up with ideas for them. We got the Mendes brothers. Everybody loves. They got a little vinyl press right here, but everybody loves. That's the thing. Everybody wants to be the CEO, the head of the board, the chairman in jiu-jitsu. Knowing full well we don't need all these positional names. But they're over here. They're at their boardroom. They have a boardroom in their gym. Most of you guys don't have a shower in your gym, and they got a boardroom in their gym. They're sitting there having some business meetings. Yeah, we need more kids. I wonder what their business meeting is about. We need more kids. We got to work on the marketing. Most gyms have the same talk, but I wonder what what they're talking about over there. Marley says, facts, everybody want to be a mogul in the sport today. I want to be the CEO of Grappling. Chief Executive Officer of Jiu-Jitsu. Cult meeting room. It's not a cult. They're just all wearing the same outfit and the same shirt, same pants, same shoes. Maybe. But look, don't they look important over there? They look important. I mean, they make more money than me, guys. I'm struggle streaming, but they make more money than me. Not as much money as Moneyberg, but they make more money than me. And I just wonder. I want to sit in and hear what they're talking about. Do they have the same issues as everybody else? It's not a cult. We're a family. Yeah, that's how they get you. So I want to sit in on the meeting and hear what they're talking about. Most gyms are like, we need more kids, we need more beginners, we need more white belts. They might have too many people. So we'll see how that works. I just thought it was interesting. Some more wrestling for us.
Didn't give up points there. Inside trip, that was insane. Wow, Farrell. Didn't give up points there. Inside trip, that was insane.
Dang, that was nice.
Wow.
That was nice. So Fargo was last week.
Duro hitting a...
Oh, that's a nice attack too. So it's almost like that, what is that move? I don't know. Scorpion lock. It's like a scorpion lock, but he also had the guillotine. I don't know what to call that. Executioner choke. Yo, you get caught with that, go ahead and tap early, bro. Your neck gonna come off. Your neck gonna come off right about here. Marley says they're discussing which of the beginner students they're gonna sacrifice to the ghost of Helio. Yeah. Single leg with an underhook on the opposite side is the best takedown, in my opinion. Oh yeah, that is a good one. Fantastic Friday, Fitness Friday. We got GSP over here working out too.
Be left behind, all we want to do.
Can't play that music, but look at GSP working out. Some of these other fighters be getting fat, but look at GSP. He's still pushing himself. He ready for Fitness Friday, guys. Look at that commitment to Fitness Friday. Oh, wow. I didn't know you could do that. Oh, okay, cool. You guys know I push gymnastics on this channel. Got some more wrestling. What's going on? Hey! Oh! God, dog. That was nice. My man was going for the chest wrap, but he didn't realize he ain't Kyle Dake. My man was going for that chest wrap. I think people are figuring out that chest wrap, bro. I would not go for a chest wrap. Maybe give it about 5 years before people forget about it. What we got now? Some people practicing their uchikomi, their fit-ins.
Yes, last night I cut the light off in the bedroom.
Get it, girl.
Get it, girl. The room was dark.
Get it, boy. Hey. Is that drilling, guys? That looks like drilling. Is that drilling? Is that drilling that applied to actual rolling? That can't be true. Ecological said that's not how that works. Ecological said, I don't need the drill. I just play fun games. So, they be drilling in judo and in wrestling. So, I don't know what else to say, man. He says, I wish wrestling was more available to hobbyists and who didn't wrestle in high school or college. We're trying to change things. They do a lot of clinics. I'm going to try to do one in August, hopefully. I try to do a wrestling clinic in August, and a lot of the parents, they could join in the class. Me and my boy, we were the oldest dudes in the class in the clinic, but I mean, older people can wrestle. You just gotta go out there with the kids. And we ain't saying beating up on the kids, but you gotta learn the techniques with the kids and just get out there. I think jiu-jitsu people are more likely to get into wrestling at an older age, whereas the wrestlers, if they have kids, they might wrestle, but if they don't have kids, they won't do it. So just go to those wrestling clinics. You're gonna be the oldest person out there, but just go out there and do everything. You gotta do that warm up. But I mean, there are some wrestling academies, but yeah, mostly kids, right? You just got to get out there, get out your comfort zone, and, you're not going to be around people the same age as you. Yeah, it's buggers. But, wrestling is growing. He says, I don't even know where to go for wrestling practice. NYC has such a non-wrestling place. NYC's got a lot of wrestling, right? Maybe not for adults. Most of those people are in the RTC, If like the more adults that are still wrestling are probably high level. Just go to jiu-jitsu school. We got nothing but wrestlers in Jersey. Nogi, when it comes time to do Nogi, we all be wrestling. Even if you don't want to, you got to wrestle. But there's like MMA classes, they're going to have some wrestling. Some of the jiu-jitsu schools going to have some wrestling. And, you might have to travel. Over here to Jersey for some wrestling. Kennedy, he's looking for a match. Who should be Kennedy's match for UFC BJJ 2, which is next week, I believe. Again, I'm not the biggest fan. I don't really care. You guys like this stuff more than me. Says I got to get a car and get my butt to Jersey. Well, just take the train. Well, it depends on what part of New York you're in. I'm sure there's something in Newark, I believe, or Jersey City, something. I will step in. Yeah, go fight Kennedy, bro. I'm trying to think of who would be a good person for him. They could throw Kikorian after him. Yeah, throw Kikorian after him, or they could throw Kevon in there. Kevon, you want to fight Kennedy? Fabriu says he wants to go. I mean, anybody, honestly. Anybody. Pato ain't doing it. There's too many organizations, man. God, dog. Too many organizations out here. Keith would be a good matchup. I don't think they fought. They're both good. They both got, Kennedy's more of a standard jiu-jitsu fighter going to nogi, and Keith, more leg lock, more defense based. Kennedy definitely not defense based. If you watch his world's match. Said this is as Miami as it gets.
As Miami as it gets. Yo, they bought a domino jet. Yo!
Got the Trump. It's crazy. All my Latino pals be supporting Trump, and Trump getting most of you guys out of here. But you guys do whatever you want. They want to support Trump. I don't care. You do whatever you guys want. Miami, I like Miami. I'll be there sometime this year. I was already there this year, but I'm going back. I will not be at Fight Sports though. No Fight Sports. I did it one time a long time ago. Are those twins? Do those guys work for Flow Grappling? Marley says any sub 130 grappler coming up basically has zero shot at going pro outside of IBJJF and regional pro cards. Yeah, it's tough. You probably got to go to one championship or something, or fight in Asia somewhere, Japan or something. That's what Mighty Mouse did, right? But listen, you can go win rooster weight. What's rooster weight? We got Valentinka. He's over there at the NYRTC or New Jersey RTC.
You're shooting forward. You walk forward. I put pressure in right position constantly. I can always control your feet. Always. You want to walk forward. You want to shoot forward. If I put pressure on you, I controlling you. I know each your step. So in order for you to shoot, you got to change level and shoot forward. And I feel it. So when you start even changing level and, leaning toward me.
If you guys are wondering, he's got a black eye and a cut on his brow. He had a surfing accident, so that's what happened to him. And if you guys don't know him, he's the coach to both Amit, who's Kennedy. I was about to say Kennedy's girlfriend. She's not Kennedy's girlfriend. She's Mika's girlfriend. And he's also the coach to Helen. He's also the coach to Chamizo. My cousin Chamizo, my Cuban cousin Chamizo. So he's been coaching a lot. So go, man. He's over there, he's in Jersey City or somewhere. Where is he? Hoboken. All right, Marley, get yourself to Hoboken. Go train with Valentinka. Got UFC Brazil up.
Do UFC no Jiu-Jitsu, me deixou muito contente, muito feliz de ver aonde o Jiu-Jitsu está chegando. Eu acho que a nossa arte merece esse reconhecimento. Fiquei super honrado, super orgulhoso de saber que a empresa que hoje eu sou funcionário está investindo no esporte que eu mais amo, que é o Jiu-Jitsu. Espero um dia, quando der, até tá lutando lá no evento de Jiu-Jitsu. Fiquei muito, muito contente mesmo. E, pessoal, não se esqueçam de assistir o UFC BJJ 2 no dia 31 de julho no YouTube do UFC.
Alrighty, so Rodolfo, he said, go watch UFC BJJ 2. They are not promoting this thing really well because it's next week, and you guys don't even know about it. They might be aiming for the Portuguese crew, the Brazilian crew. Arlie says, you think it's viable to build a name for yourself by grappling in Asia? I know one would want anything to do with me since I have only local comp experience. Rooster is like the low to mid 120s. It's tough. You just got to make your way. We're in the age of social media, so you almost don't need to be good. Who's number one? They had some YouTubers on there. So maybe that's the route you got to go. Yep, there you go. Whose fault is that? Where's Mikey? You know what? They don't even have the fighters. Kennedy that was just announced this week, and the match is next week. So I don't really like UFC BJJ. They're already dropping the ball. I'm gonna let them fail. They might succeed. I don't really care. I like the fighters. I have no issue with the fighters. I just don't like Daddy Dana. So Rodolfo said he wants to be on there too, which is interesting because his sister, Anna Carolina Vieta, she's going to be fighting on CJI for that $100,000. So we'll see. Marley says, I hate social media. Bro, listen, yep. It is oversaturated with annoying blue belts my age. Yeah. I mean, you just got to make better content than them. I think as long as you're authentic, people are going to want to, watch it. It's the people that are kind of fake and, just trying to get views. I don't like those kind of people. Some of those guys are the best guys too. I'm just going to keep doing local comps till I get a pro match. What you need to do when you do your local comps, maybe hire somebody to film, get a videographer, and use that for your highlight reels. I think that would help a lot. And there's social media. We talked about this a few times. I think you might be new to the channel, but you don't have to do the same content everyone else is doing. You could do vlogs. You could do posts like how Danaher does. He does the big post with the photo. You could do podcasts. You could do artwork. You could do whatever you want to promote yourself. It's up to you to be creative. For instance, right now I'm doing some work. It doesn't seem like I'm doing some work, but I'm doing some work by interacting with everybody and reacting to these videos. So you can find your lane, I mean, look at my man Peter. Peter Frank, he be dancing. Nobody told him to dance, but that's his marketing right there. He be dancing. He says 20% off at King Simono. Heavy lies to crowd. So they just opened up a new storefront in San Diego. So Peter Frank be dancing. Did you see the Spider-Man outfit? Yeah, you can make a whole new niche. Where's his Spider-Man outfit at? I'm not saying you got to pull a Peter Frank. You ain't got to embarrass yourself like this. You ain't got to embarrass yourself like this with your black belt hanging out. Yeah, don't do that. There's the one guy that does the take me down to get $1,000. There's the dude that does the find the real black belt, find the real white belt. There's whatever you want to do, man. It's 2025. You can get out there and dress like Spider-Man and promote yourself that way. You can make an app like the one dude. He made an app to find all the techniques. I mean, whatever you want to do to promote yourself. And you got to ask yourself, do you really want to be at one championship or some of these other? Do you really want to be on UFC BJJ? And then you're going to end up on Moneyberg's video. You make it, all that hard work to make it, and you end up on a Moneyberg video. I mean, shoot, you can stream. You can stream whatever you want. I'm streaming right now. He says, I'm a big on writing down my techniques and making tacit knowledge more explainable. I don't know if I feel the NY would be more like a university lecture than it would. You never know. Try it. Film it and put it out there. Yeah, just film it, bro. I mean, a lot of this stuff you figure out as you do it. There ain't no I got the idea. This is going to work out perfectly. It's just you keep doing it. Make some adjustments. Okay, that didn't work. Let me pivot somewhere else. Okay, I'm really good at this. Let me do that. Oh, no problem, bro. It's the internet. We got Ronnie Coleman over here. He had a sepsis. They're saying it was something with his heart. So maybe he had heart surgery and got infection that way. Yeah, just post some crap, bro. You know what? The people that don't think, they be posting all. Look at Craig Jones. I mean, I'm sure he thinks about his content, but he be posting everything. And all it needs is one thing to hit, one thing to kind of, connect with people. That's all you need. You create your own little community. I got my own little community on here. I don't know where they are right now. Where's my community at? But I got some regulars on here like Danny Tapa, Jason Whitfield, Quan. It's much better to have like a close-knit crew of people that support you versus having 1,000 people that barely care about you. So Ronnie Coleman says, a few weeks ago, I was hospitalized with a serious blood infection and almost killed me. Sepsis. I'm sharing this because I want y'all to know how real it is. Sepsis can kill fast if you don't catch it early. So here's how you can remember the signs. Temperature, infection, mental decline, extremely ill. If you feel like I might die, don't wait. Don't tough it out. Go to the ER. Ronnie, you the only person toughing that out. Fitness Friday, yep. Let's watch the video and see what. Unless there's got music on it.
Nearly took Ronnie Coleman's life. It came fast. It came without warning. But what if more people knew the signs? That's why Sepsis Alliance created the TIME acronym, a simple way to help you recognize the early symptoms of sepsis. T is for temperature. It can be higher or lower than normal. I is for infection. Look for signs or suspicion of any infection. M is for mental decline, confusion, sleepiness, or difficulty staying awake. E is for extremely ill, feeling the worst you've ever felt. If you notice one or more of these symptoms, don't wait. Call emergency services. Sepsis can be deadly in hours. Ronnie is still here because people acted in time, but not everyone gets that chance. Together, we can change that. Know the signs. Remember TIME and help us spread the message far and wide.
All right, guys, this is real stuff. I'd be telling you guys to stay healthy out here because, sepsis, staph, MRSA, bursitis, not bursitis, but everything else can take you out. Look at Ben Askren. I don't want you guys, well, some of you guys might not get that lung or lungs. If you don't know Jake Paul and Dana White, you're probably not going to get those lungs. I won't even make it on the list for them lungs. He says, we all going to probably get some crazy health occurrence like this happen at some point. We got to enjoy our youth. Yeah, I believe he was having some heart surgery, which, Ronnie Coleman, and I believe that got infected. Well, we got to do our best to stay healthy. I tell you guys, stay healthy, stay away from supplements. You shouldn't be taking. Some of these jiu-jitsu guys ain't going to make it to 50. Unfortunately, some of your favorite grapplers, they barely making it to 30. How old is Gordon Ryan? 29? Some of these other guys, they hit 40. Heart disease, open heart surgery. We got Isaac Doederlein. Looks like his arm's all healed up. He says, one of my favorite aspects of supine guard retention is that you can quickly switch from defense to offense. It's all about surviving a few of the initial blitzes with good frames to prevent huge angle changes. Stay tuned. More exciting news to come. Marley says, Mikey gonna live 1,000 years. I don't know. He already got ulcers. My man already got stomach ulcers. Not the way he got. He living with that pizza diet, that pizza sauce only diet. He not gonna make it to 50 either. Mikey said he can put all his nutrients on a pizza, which I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Mike, and you know what? Mikey definitely be tearing up that kitchen. His parents be like, I can't wait for this kid to move out. Be taking up the whole kitchen making his pizza. So I don't know what to say. Hasn't Mikey made enough money to move out of his parents' house? I mean, I understand if he was broke, but Mikey, you made too much money, bro. That's Isaac. That's That's his new gym. Varsity Jiu-Jitsu. Is that the name of the gym? My boy's over there. Yeah, Varsity Jiu-Jitsu. So I gotta go check that place out. Let's see. We got another story. It says, who's financing Craig Jones? He got some sugar daddies. The $3 million mystery behind BJJ's most disruptive tournament. Gordon Ryan. No, I don't think Gordon has $3 million. He says, I forgot about the ulcers. Yep. What if it's been Moneyberg this whole time? It's possible. Very possible. It's not sustainable. The reason why people have millions of dollars is because they're smart with money. That's not always true. If the return doesn't come back, they'll quit sponsoring. They'll quit injecting money, and then the next millionaire will step up. The organization has to survive on the structure and business model that is sustainable, regardless of constant money bags injecting money. So I think CJI, if they do it well, I think this next one's gonna make a lot of money. We'll see. They're going with more of the the crazy matchups, and I think having it on YouTube, I think people are going to put some money on it. I might throw some shekels to the show. So imagine you get 1 million viewers and everybody donates $1 million or $1, $2, $5, $10, $50. Somebody with some real money, $1,000. That can really make some difference. That can make a big difference, guys. 1 million people viewing, everybody gives $5. That already paid for the show. $3. If everybody watching that show gives $3, pay for the show. Right? 1 million times 3. I wasn't sold on it, but they're gonna have some crazy matchups. You're gonna have some small dude versus a big dude, some crazy dude versus gi jiu-jitsu dude versus no gi dude. I wouldn't underestimate it because it's on YouTube. I think they're gonna blow it up, bro. But it's gonna happen in a month, and we can come back and see. Oh shoot, they broke numbers. They might get 10 million views. Because YouTube, the way YouTube algorithm works, they're gonna promote. They're gonna promote that thing. If it's popping, YouTube gonna promote it to a wider audience. So it's not just a static algorithm that just doesn't. It's just up there. It doesn't change. YouTube can actively promote that CJI too. If they're seeing a lot of engagement, a lot of watch time, a lot of donations, bro, they're gonna promote it to everybody. You know how Mr. Beast be showing up on everybody's page? They might have CJI on there, and all you need is a couple eyeballs to grow the niche, basically. But we'll see. It's gonna be next month, 30 and 31st. I think they're gonna do well, but we'll see. I really enjoyed the first CGI. Everybody's been doing numbers. I don't know what that really means. UFC BJJ was doing numbers. First CGI did numbers. We'll see. It says also Craig Jones said if he doesn't get investors for CGI 3, CGI 2 may be the last one. So I think the ones who signed with UFC BJJ will have to be more stable, even though less money up front. Derek Moneyberg. Ukrainian propaganda program. We'll see. $3 million ain't a lot of money to some people, guys. Yeah, the first one was really good, and I think the second one is going to be good too, because now they're working with Flow Grappling. They got Flow Grappling on their side this time. There's no ADCC to compete against it. Remember last time we had to watch ADCC and then flip over to CJI later, and some people had to drive over from the ADCC to the CJI. So this time there's nothing there. There's no competition. There's no other tournaments. There's a Masters Worlds, but Masters Worlds going to be done. So we'll see, man. I don't really bet against Craig Jones no more. He be making people look like fools. So we'll see. I think it is going to be big, Because it's got the hype from the last one, you know? Yeah. This bug is pissing me off. Says, who's the best pro guy you think you could keep from tapping you out for a full round? How long is a round? I don't know. Gordon? I think I can last 5 minutes. For sure, if I just don't do anything. Play really defensive. I mean, anybody, if somebody doesn't want to get tapped out, it's really hard to catch them, you know? Especially a black belt. Maybe a no-gi, they can force something, but you could play a game to where it's really hard to submit you. You run away. You know, that's what some of these dudes be doing at ADCC Opens. They be running away. Yeah, 5 minutes, I think I can do pretty well. I'm still competing, bro. Why do you think I can't hang? I mean, 5 minutes? I can stall for 5 minutes. We got Stefan Mikic over here. He says strength training as a world champ wrestler and a fashion MF. So he over there doing the strength training. Why you sweating in your fit though? He got the Timbs on, the jean shorts. What is fashion now anymore? I don't know what fashion is. I don't know if that's fashion though. Is that fashion? Hey Wendy. Wendy, I don't know if you were watching earlier, but someone's got more Hello Kitty than you. Somebody's got more Hello Kitty than Wendy somehow. I was surprised too. Where's Mike Kim at? We got Wendy on here. Let's get Becca. Let's get the whole crew on here. Is this fashion, Wendy? Is this fashion? Maybe it is. I don't know. I wear the same stuff every day. I got my no-gi shorts on and I got my black shirt on that I don't really care what happens to it. Oh, internet. Wendy, if you're watching, go ahead and turn your eyes because got Craig Jones over here. We don't know if he's going to keep his clothes on. Marley says, I always run away until I feel like things are in my favor enough to engage. Shop shutdown is the best defense. Yeah, but you do need to be attacking though. Whenever people are running away, in ADCC, you can run away. They're supposed to penalize you, but they don't. So we got Craig Jones. He's over here wearing a gi. Guys, I don't think he's going to be wearing clothes for most of this. Okay, he's got the butt cheeks hanging out. Hey, that's pretty good. Some sand wrestling. Oh, no, Craig got taken down. Where is this? All right, he over here. He all over the place, bro. Oh, Street X. All righty. Mr. Craig Jones out here doing it, bro. Okay, he did have clothes on. Wendy, you're good. Danny Chopwood, what up, bro? Happy, guys, it's Fitness Friday. We need you guys to do some push-ups, some sit-ups, some burpees on Fitness Friday. Keeping you guys accountable. I'm gonna do something too. Danny Choppa says, gotta go by one of my teammates' philosophies. Just use strength and suplex people. That works until a bigger, stronger person does that to you. Marley says, it's not running away, brah. It's tactical retreat. Mayweather. Nah, Mayweather was good though. He could actually, counterattack. He's a brown belt, by the way. Average brown belt behavior. Yep. Was Craig Jones on the thumbnail? I don't remember. Talking about Fitness Friday, we got the Korean wrestlers over here. Look at them. I need to try this. I don't know if my knee can hold up, though. So you do the Bulgarian split, and you jump. So I'm going to try to see if I can add this without destroying my knee. There we go. Team Korea, bro. Man, the Koreans don't play around. Oh, no. Bunny hop. Oh, no. Uphill. All right, bro. They getting ready for a physical 100 over here. So if you need something to do, Fitness Friday, you can try this, guys. I might do this outside in a little bit. Let's see some mat training too. All right, this is a nice little drill. Make sure your mat is clean though. I got the side shrimp. The fireman's carry squat. All right, that's good. That's all some good stuff. Okay, I don't know what that is. The wedding carry? The honeymoon carry? I don't know what that's called. All right, so we got some exercises for you guys to try, man. All right, so don't forget Fitness Friday, guys. We're going to be doing some fitness today. We got Leandro Lowe. Jesus Christ, that was loud. Wendy says, not me about to skip the gym and then tuning in to Alex saying he's going to hold me accountable. Yes. Yes, I am, Wendy. Wendy, we want to see one pull-up, Wendy. One assisted pull-up, Wendy. Let's go. One pull-up, Wendy. Let's go. Or you could do a push-up too. Come on, Wendy. Let's get it. So that was Leandro Lowe. I call this Skinny Lowe when he was skinny. He got a lot bigger over the years. But there's Gilbert Burns, back when he did jiu-jitsu and wasn't with Moneyberg. So Skinny Lowe was the best Lowe, to be honest. I can't wait to do a video on him one day. We got Raquel Canito. She's going to be doing UFC BJJ as well. They have not been promoting this. This is going to be next week, and nobody knows who she's going to be fighting. Nobody knows who Kennedy's going to be fighting. We don't know who Kennedy's going to be fighting. I don't know what's going on with this show. We got some of the ranking series. I believe it was in Hungary, Budapest, Hungary. So more wrestling. You know how I do like wrestling. Bro, the Japanese are so good with that low single. They're gonna catch your ankle, bro. There you go, Marley. 125. That might be. Yeah, that's. I think 61 kg. What is that? 130, 135, something like that. I don't know. What is 61 kg? It is 134, 135. Alrighty. Wrestling, man. Doesn't look like. Wait, these are results. It says day one, you had Luke Leidenhall got gold. I think DNP means did not place. You got Seth Gross, 61. 70, Brandon Cannon did not place. 71, Levi Haynes did not place. 97, Jay Aiello, bronze. 125, Trent Hillinger did not place. Demetrius Thomas, 5th place. So, it's hard. It's hard when you go international. It's hard, Danny Chapa says, what is with all these bigger promotions not promoting their events? It's an afterthought, bro. They don't care. Then act surprised and not want to do another. Terrible management across the board. Well, I could have told you that. AIGA, UFC BJJ, who else? Who's number one ain't really been promoting themselves. They got an event. Was it this week? No, next week. 31st is 2 weeks. July's like 5 weeks, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. The only event that's promoting itself is CJI. CJI. Craig been promoting that. He all over the world. He naked. He doing everything to promote CJI. And he's just more invested in the product. Everything else is just, these other events, they don't care. Daddy Dana don't care about UFC BJJ. Some of these other people don't care about their events that they're hosting. And then complain when it don't make no money. So I don't know what to say. They don't sell no pay-per-views or subscriptions, and then they get upset about us not watching because we didn't know. You didn't know about the show, and then they get upset. Marley says he can't dodge my stalling and running. Yeah, well, you can't stall in wrestling. In international freestyle wrestling, you can't stall. They put you on that shot clock, you're going to lose points. Says I'll ankle pick him. All right, good luck, bro. For real, insane how a business could neglect sales, the biggest aspect of business. A lot of these people are successful in spite of themselves, guys. You know, Daddy Dana, he was there at the right time. You know, he got in when the UFC was on a downturn, and he got some rich friends to invest in it, and you know, he just, you know what? Back then he used to care. You know, back in the 2000s, he used to care. He don't care no more though. The only person that seems to care about their event is Craig Jones. Really, and had the tools to market it. You know. Speaking about events, we got Who's Number One. They don't really market this too much, but we got Hansen. He was supposed to fight. Gianni Grippo was supposed to fight Owen Jones, but now he's going to be fighting Zach Hansen. Is that his first name? Hansen, yeah. So it should be a good match. I think my boy Jeff has beat both of these guys, but you know, no shout out for Jeff. Marley says, so true. Dana got lucky and then goes on interviews about how people today are lazy. You know, Dana did used to work. When he was skinny, he used to work hard. He don't work hard anymore. Oh, Max Hansen, not Zach Hansen. Max Hansen. He does look like a Zach, though. Let's be honest here, guys. We got Devontae. Shout out to Devontae. He says, new beginnings. Happy to announce I'm officially an Allianz athlete. Looking forward to growing and building with the team. They say the best things in life develop organically. This partnership from the start just seemed right, and I'm happy to represent the brand to the best of my abilities. So Allianz, let's check out their brand. You know, Joseph Chin was sponsored by them. I think he was the first guy. I don't know too much about their brand, though. Seems reasonably priced. Not my style. You know, yesterday we were looking at Level Black and Engage and some other brands. It seems okay. Definitely for my more in shape people. You know when the rash guard got abs. When the rash guard got abs, I don't know if and muscles. I don't know if that's meant for everybody, guys. Yeah, that nogi ain't meant for everybody. If you guys can't fit into this, you can for sure fit into some inverted gear. You know, inverted gear pandas shaped round. I ain't never seen a muscle on a panda, so you know, whatever you guys wear, whatever you want. They got some other people sponsored by them too. Gabriel Souza, that dude, that guy. The Corby Bros, Barbosa sponsored by them too. Grippo, I don't think Grippo's sponsored by them. I think he's sponsored by VHTS. What does that mean, Zach? Zach Hansen. Very, very American name, yeah. I thought his name was Zach. His name is Max. I'm sorry, Max. Don't come after me, bro. Max, we need that rematch with Jeff, bro. Come on, let's run it. Let's run it back. Danny Choppa says, man, Nelson needs to restock that brown nogi short sleeve rashi. Nelson, you heard it here, Nelson. Nelly, we need you to restock the brown belt gear. We had one of our guys, Vic. He got one of the rash guards. I'm still waiting for Nelson to pay me. Nelson, where? Nelly. Marley says, as a twig, I relate to the fatter dudes with the rash guard issues. They're too loose and goofy looking on me, though. Wendy got the same issues with the jiu-jitsu gear. We need a brand for skinny people. I mean, I'm not skinny. I can't do it. But we need a brand for the twigs. The twigs out there. It'll be like somebody can do it. The skinny jean, skinny fit no gi. RSTL RS wrestler RSTLR says, I love my inverted purple panda gi. Awesome. Loop choke's so good. We got some pandas over here. Panda Nation. I'm gonna try to go to Panda Nation sometime. If you guys, let me kind of back out of here. Actually, I won't back out. Panda Nation, if you guys are in PA, they're doing belt ceremony on Saturday. So if you guys want some food, hang out at Panda Nation, go ahead. Just bring your panda gi. That's the only rule. You got to wear that panda gi over there. Danny Chopper says, I got money. Marley says, Twigs Jitsu representation. I found my niche, bro. There you go. Wendy says, justice for spaghetti arm people. Okay. Twigs unite. Okay. There you go. It's the opposite of inverted gear. Inverted gear, people in inverted gear, we a little heavy. We're a little heavy set. We panda shaped. We like to eat. But I support the Twigs out there. You know, you guys matter too. We got Rosinski says the collection crossed the ocean and made its way to Poland. Best 12 months in my career. The defining year of it. Time to time, there will be very talented athletes coming into black belt division, winning everything right away. Real phenoms, born with a jiu-jitsu silver spoon in their mouths, you may think. Comparing our not so successful self to these people may totally shatter the drive, motivation, and belief. Realization that we're not among these phenoms might be painful, but each path is unique and different. Sometimes it takes 8 years of ups and downs, or longer, sometimes decades, to get to the level of mastery. It needs strength to endure the hardship to enjoy better days. Each path is unique and different. Like I said, it is up to us if we're going to find that drive. Rosinski is not, he's saying he's not athletic, but he's super strong. He got some advantages too. He got that isometric strength. So, everybody's got some superpowers. Some people got super sense of smell, super hearing, super appetite, no appetite. Let's see. Twigs Biggs. Pretty sure John Thomas has already infiltrated the Twig Jitsu niche. Yeah, John, I've never seen anybody with tighter jeans than John Thomas. I don't think Wendy could wear his jeans. Them jeans. Them some tight jeans. Circulation be cut off. Says we're gonna have to jump him, Wendy. You guys can just unite. John Thomas will unite with you guys in the Twig Jitsu. But shout out to Rosinski. You got the crown. You got every medal I don't have. You got every medal right there. Let me zoom in a bit for you guys. You got every medal I don't have. Maybe one day. I hope he got paid for all that stuff. Did he get paid? He over there winning all this stuff, didn't get paid nothing. I think he made a couple $1,000s. All right, yeah. Well, it's the memories. It's the memories that we make that matters, guys. It's not the money that we don't make. It's the memories that we make. And I mean, imagine guys like Buchecha, they never made money from winning worlds. They won 10 times in a row. Didn't make no money from winning that. We got another Flow Wrestling this time. It says Pennsylvania isn't messing around anymore.
Folk style and freestyle state when they choose to be, when they bring their best guys, and now their girls caught up to that. That wasn't the case 15 years ago. They would have good teams, but they weren't on the level of what their boys were capable of. I'm sure it's the level of coaching, the amount of clubs, the tradition. It has all kind of caught up, and now the best Pennsylvania girls are going to Fargo, and they're dominating. The 16U and junior titles pretty much wrapped up. going into finals. So,
and that's a great sign for women's wrestling too, because it seemed like it was only a matter of time before like the culture, training, all of that bled over into women's freestyle from Pennsylvania, and so I think that just shows you it's gonna continue to grow women's wrestling.
Pennsylvania girls have caught up to where they're boys.
So yeah, the girls are getting into wrestling. In fact, we look at 2024 Olympics. The girls took home more golds. The men didn't take home any golds. USA men's didn't take home any golds, whereas the women took home, I believe, 2 golds and 1 silver, 1 bronze. So the ladies really pull through. So I think it's because they're doing more freestyle. They only do freestyle, whereas the guys do folk style, and then they have to do freestyle when they have time. So I think if one more Olympics and the girls kill it again, 2028, which is going to be in California, the girls kill it once again and the dudes falter, that's going to be a sign for USA Wrestling to switch gears, maybe leave freestyle behind. It says IBJJF just announced the new the No-Gi World Championship for December 11th and 13th. So I might be out there. I might do that one. Need to get my tickets early. So a little bit right before Christmas, and that's going to be at the Las Vegas Convention Center. If you guys are going to come through, I'm gonna try to go through there. Quan, I'm gonna come visit you, Quan. Marley says, I tore my ACL and meniscus last year, then got surgery for it last May, then went back to training this past month and tore my meniscus. Oh no. But I feel fine when I roll. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Or lady. I'm not sure what your gender, person. They. Marley says, I want to compete at the end of August. What do you think I should do? I haven't competed since 2023. I just want to go. I don't know. You say you're in New York? Well, you got New York Open early August though. Boston in September. Depending on, I don't know if you do IBJF or, there's like Nagas and new breeds coming through. So I'm just whatever local you think you can find somebody. Oh, no problem. It's the internet. I can't tell. I don't assume gender, guys. People. Whatever's local. Luckily there's a lot of local tournaments over here. There's New Breed, there's PS Peanut Butter Jelly Jiu-Jitsu League, there's Fuji. Whatever's in your budget. These tournaments too expensive to do everything. So whatever's in your budget and whatever's closest to you. We do Jersey Open too. We just had that in June, and there will be another one in November. New York Open, Boston Open. I don't know if there's a Connecticut. But either way, just do what you can. Do what you can afford. First off, do what you can afford. Says, I don't think I can compete at any IBJJF Opens. I don't have an academy to register under. You just got to find some people. Find inverted gear. go under inverted gear somehow. Make some friends online, man. He says, I'm just going to compete with the torn meniscus. If ACL tears, I'll just adapt my style to it. No, I'm sorry to hear that. Take care of yourself, man. Take care of yourself. So you can end up like J-Flow one day. Still beating up the young people. Does it have music? Let's see. J-Flow says, gi or no gi, the art is in the approach. The same entries, setups, and openings can lead to success in both styles. It's all about how you adapt and apply. Whether you're using grips on cloth or frames and ties, great technique transcends uniform. Train smart, train playful, blend your grappling in a dynamic, creative way, and let your style work across any format. So it's crazy. You see J-Flow, working. That's Zach that's Zach Hansen right there. Max Hansen. But you see how he uses technique? He just hones his technique, his footwork to get the takedown. Yeah, J-Flow's. But then we watched Cyborg. I don't know if we can pull that up. Let's see if we can pull that up again. when you watch Cyborg, it's kind of like the opposite. You know, it's like, what are you doing, Cyborg? I'm not saying Cyborg's bad, but like when you watch Cyborg training, where's the clip at? I know you saw that, but she posted that. I didn't post that. Where's that post at? I didn't post that either. Where's that video at? I don't see it now. Yeah, when you watch Cyborg grappling, it's like it's like the opposite of J-Flow. It's not like, you know, it just doesn't look good. It works. Danny Chopper says, "Man, my team wants to go to the November IBJF New Jersey comp. I low key don't want to drive in New Jersey again. Stressed me out." Where you from? You from New York or PA? You know, everybody say the other states bad drivers. You know, New Jersey, they say New York and Pennsylvania drivers are terrible. New Jersey, they say Pennsylvania and Jersey drivers are terrible. Or, you know, it's always the other states. PA, they say New Jersey and New York. New York, they say PA, New Jersey. New Jersey says New York and PA. I don't know what to say. Nobody can drive. And God forbid you hit that traffic circle. But just look at Cyborg and Achilles Hosha. It's just like, it's the opposite of J-Flow. That ain't no flow there. Cyborg, don't come after me, bro. I can't deal with this guy. We got Trey. What's up, Trey?
A new series we're trying out here called Local Spots. All right, I know you know all the big gyms, you know New Wave, you know B Team, but this series is gonna dive into the jiu-jitsu culture in little hot pockets of cities that you might not know about, aka local spots. So today we're kicking things off at East Austin Jiu-Jitsu Parlor here in Austin, Texas. A lot of cool guys kind of came together to create this gym, a really good vibe, and so let's go check it out, see what they've been up to.
PA is so much more relaxed, although a lot of people here are terrible. I just more so dislike the traffic and how narrow it was. Manoplan was nicer though, I'll admit. What is that? Manoplan? You know, we all family, we all connected. PA, Jersey, and New York. It's all the same thing to me. I mean, it's different, but kind of the same. I mean, New Yorkers everywhere. PA people everywhere. Jersey people all over the place. So Flow is starting a new series where they go to local places. Kind of reminds me of like the Food Channel where they would do the local spots.
All right, so you step into the gym here. You got this nice little lobby area, everything. You come over here to the front desk. You get met by Bill's pretty face at the front desk. You guys want to give us a little tour? Yeah, for sure. Got a little lounge area. All the partners are hanging out right here. Got some taps back there. Cold brew, Gatorade. The cool thing about
God dog, they got a nice gym. And they're to spit, but they got a nice gym.
our gym is we have a full gym, so we're open for all hours of operation. One of our partners, Sean, Dr. Sean McKeechern, is a physical therapist, but he's also an Olympic lifter, CrossFit coach, and a purple belt. So he runs 2 strength and conditioning classes per day, Monday through Friday, and all members get access to this programming. So if you can't come to a class, the programming is on the member portal and you can follow along in the weight room. We got some cool equipment too for people that do jiu-jitsu. Like in the corner, you'll notice we got a GHD and reverse hyper machine. Really great for your low back, put some traction on the spine, kind of stretch it out and strengthen the posterior chain.
Cool. That's awesome. Cold brew, and Gatorade. Some of us ain't got a water fountain. We over here thirsty. We ain't got no AC, no water fountain. One working bathroom. We cook, bro. Can't take a shower. I'm jealous. All right, guys, ladies, gentlemen, if you don't want to see Craig Jones's behind, go ahead and turn off right now. Luckily, it's slightly blurred, you know. He says, birthday suit for athlete number 7. Who else is working this hard to promote their organization? I don't see nobody else out there naked. Dana White ain't naked. We don't want to see him naked. Claudia ain't naked. Whoever owns Florani ain't naked. Carlos Gracie ain't naked. We don't want to see him naked. We don't want to see nobody naked, actually.
Athlete from Daisy Fresh, under 99 kilos, Michael Pixley. He shocked the world when he beat Nicholas Maragoli at ADCC 2024. He is one of the best wrestlers to ever grace our beautiful sport, and he teaches and trains out of the PSF Wrestling Academy, and he'll be representing Team Daisy Fresh. Get ready, guys. He's an exciting one. I'm excited.
My man was twerking back there too. Oh no. You know, Gabby Garcia, the first one to comment. I don't know what they did together. I hope they didn't do nothing together. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. Alex says, not me, Alex Windling, the girl. She says, disappearing from the U.S. after CJI2, but reemerging on OnlyFans. Yeah, he's still got to make money. My man was doing some stuff on OnlyFans, I heard. I don't know what he was given or taking. Let's just skip that. This is a family channel, family show. We got kids on here that be watching this. Family channel right here.
Guys, so unfortunately, Owen Jones pulled out of my match next week at Who's Number One. I hear it's visa issues, but he could just be fat and out of shape and not training, kind of like I suspected. It's okay though, the battle for the better white guy is still on. I'll be fighting Max Hansen next Friday night on Who's Number One. Canada versus America. Let's fucking go.
Battle for the best white guy. And you know, Johnny probably serious about that. Battle for the best white guy. Okay, they couldn't put Jeff on there. Actually, Jeff, you could be on there still. Half of you. It says different white guy, same goal. So no more Owen Jones. Actually, they kind of look similar. Do they look similar? Look. Can you guys see? Okay, that's the first dude, Owen Jones. And here's Max Hansen. Is there a difference, guys? What's the difference? They should have just kept the name and just changed the person. And why didn't they touch up my man Gianni's picture? Why they got Gianni looking kind of rusty over here? I would have put the filter on you, a little touch up your skin, smoothed it out a little bit. You know, I would have beautified you, bro. No, did he? Marley says, isn't this Grippo fella the journeyman that lost? Yeah, he lost. A lot of people lost. Even Isaac lost on there. Gianni's actually one of the most accomplished American grapplers, though. He's won Pans, black belt. He's won Nogi Worlds a couple times, a black belt. He's won World Pro Nogi and several other tournaments. So he's actually one of the most accomplished American athletes. He trains over there at Bodega Jiu-Jitsu, so they're, ecological approach. But Johnny's good. He's been around for a long time, so he good. We got Master Ricardo Laborio. Marley says, I never lost 1-0 versus the Eagle. We got Master Ricardo Laborio. So if you don't know him, he was with ATT or no BTT to ATT. He trains at Doederlein, Bodega. That's the name of the gym, Bodega. I didn't name the gym. It's not. That's not on me. So Master Laborio, he's under Carlson Gracie, I believe. It says more than a coral belt. So he just got the red and black, which is, I believe, 25 years as a black belt. And then the red and white is 35 years of black belt, I believe. I could be wrong. More than a coral belt or world champion, Ricardo Laborio is one of the most influential names in the history of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He was promoted to black belt by Grandmaster Carlson Gracie, the man who built legends. He won the first ever IBJJF World Championship. That's probably 93, 94, 95. I believe 96 or 97. I could be wrong. He co-founded legendary teams that shaped modern MMA. He created one of the first university-level BJJ programs, UCF, I believe, University of Central Florida. And today he is the master of martial arts nation here in Lake Nona, Florida. He in Orlando. So I'm going to go through some of his history real quick. I named the gym. Coral Belt just means Gracie family member. Well, at that point, you definitely trained with the Gracies if you got a Coral Belt. It says in 1993, Master Laborio was promoted to black belt. Some of you guys weren't born back then, 93. Wendy, were you born in 90? I don't think Wendy was around either. No Wendy? I feel like Wendy was born in actually, she might have been born in 93. 94? 93. I feel like 93. I could be wrong. I'm going 93, Wendy. That's my guess. He was promoted to black belt by Carlson Gracie right here. The man who created legends in our sport. And it says in 2024, he was promoted to Coral Belt, the 7th degree of the BJJ black belt. Today, he's part of an elite group of Coral Belt masters around the world. So what's going to happen by the time I get to that level, they're going to be like, we're going to push it. No more Coral Belts. You can't get a Coral Belt, Alec. I'm at 10 years. I think Dave might be 10 or 11, something like that. In 96, he won the first ever IBJJF World Championship in the super heavyweight division. Super pesado. Is that super? Yeah, super pesado. He was recognized as the most technical black belt of the event. So that's him. Look at him. He was a good looking dude back then versus an even bigger dude. He has coached some of the greatest names in our sport, securing his legacy in both MMA and professional Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He co-founded Brazilian Top Team and American Top Team, so a lot of your favorite fighters, they come from BTT and ATT. He is the founder of the Martial Arts Nation team and opened his first academy in partnership in Lake Nona, Florida. He's known for his expertise in teaching students of all ages with a special focus on children's physical, emotional, and social development. Master Laborio took his first steps on the mat at the age of 4, starting with judo. Since then, he has built a life fully dedicated to martial arts. And this is just a glimpse of Master Laborio's story, a life that began on the mat and continues to inspire generations. So, shout out to him. Nogi Worlds, we said it December 11th to 13th of December. I should be there, so hopefully I got to see. I might need some points. If you guys don't know, black belts, we need points to sign up for these tournaments. So I believe it's like 40 points. We got the Corby Bros, DeAndre Corby. If that ain't let's see what you got to say.
Hello?
Hey, Mom.
Anak.
I got something to tell you. I quit.
Anong kinuwit mo?
I quit my job, Mom.
Bakit?
I'm going to CJI, Craig Jones Invitational. He's going to pay us some money. I'm going to be a full-time grappler.
Hindi yan pwede, anak. Sayang yung eskwela mo. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to be a full-time grappler. He's paying us a lot. If we win.
Kung masaktan ka.
It's okay. I'll be okay.
I don't know, anak. Hindi yan pwede.
It's too late.
Sayang lang yung eskwela mo.
It's too late. It's too late. I already put my 2 weeks in and it's up.
Ay, nako, anak ko. Yung kapatid mo, I'm so glad na nagtatrabaho pa din siya.
I got more news. Gavin quit his job too.
Nako,
So
kayong dalawang bata kayo. Ano pang iniisip ninyo?
No.
What is wrong with your head?
No. Both of your sons are full-time grapplers. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make the big money. We're going to CJI. I'll buy your ticket.
Nako, anak, hindi ko alam. Babayaran mo ba?
Las Vegas, Mom. Las Vegas, Mom.
Vegas.
Las Vegas, August 30th, 31st. Come watch us.
Hello?
Hey, Ma.
I believe they are Filipino. I could be wrong. I believe they're Filipino. Could be wrong. You win points by winning. You got a place at the tournament. So depending on your placement at the first, second, third, you get points. First place, you get let's just say 27 points. Awesome, great. To do worlds and no-gi worlds and gi worlds, you have to meet a certain level of points. So, world championship, black belt, you might need 80 points. That means you gotta go and place to get those points. And every year your points are weighed less, so you got to keep competing. So it's kind of a Ponzi scheme, actually. Marley says, thoughts on Masters division? I feel like I never want to compete in it. I'd rather be watched and lose to the best people in my division than go to a lesser one. The thing is, Masters is tough. Where do you think all the adult people go? Usually when they have kids and families and schools, they can't train as hard, so they go to Masters. But I will assure you, Masters ain't easy. And you have less time in Masters from adults. So sometimes you make one mistake, that's it. So, Masters is tough, man. And the thing with Masters, those guys have more money, so they actually end up competing more than some of the adults do. And these guys are tough, man. There's no testing in Masters. They can do whatever they want. They can take whatever they want. There's no testing so far. If you do adult, there's still a chance you'll be tested by USADA. So it's not easy. I see some of the guys. I see the same guys I saw in adult division competing in Masters, and it's still tough. So you do whatever you can, man. You got that torn meniscus, you might need to go to Masters eventually. Torn ACL, might need to go to Masters. But they, I think they're joking. They're not going to quit their job, I don't think. Maybe. We'll see. What is Alex doing over there? They got married? Maybe. I used to teach that girl 10 years ago. So she's not all fully ecological. We already saw Gianni over there. Let's see. What was that? We talked about that. Listen, guys, it's Friday. I'm ready to eat some food. Did we watch this? Wait a second. I don't watch commercials. I don't watch commercials on YouTube. So that's Kid Dale. He getting ready for Wagner.
Yeah, Wagner would have that. Show these little punks how it's done.
My man training hard. He gaming. He over there. Why is he on the... Where was he at right there? Is that Bruce Lee's memorial? Where was he at right there?
Show these little punks how it's done.
He got a better streaming setup than me. Oh, man. He got the double screen. The nice microphone. I'm a little jealous over there, guys. I'm jealous right here. I don't know whose grave he's over there on, but, whatever. Neiman Gracie, where is that at? Oh, they're in Cali.
A lot of the time, I'm going to get up. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my breath work. I'm going to do some gratitude, do a little bit of journaling, and a lot of visualizations. And after I've done a lot of that, then it comes time to eat. And I think it's really important to understand that to really beat someone in jiu-jitsu, and it's not just about using different techniques and imposing your will. It's really trying to understand what your opponent's going to do. And to really understand what your opponent's going to do, you really need to know what they think. And to know what they think, you need to know what they eat. You need to walk a day in the life of his shoes, which are a little bit smaller than me, so they're going to be tight. But these are the kind of things that I'll do for this fight. Right now, I'm going to get Brazilian barbecue, and every bite, I'm going to get a vision of what he is seeing, and it may not be seeing right now, but things that he does see and what he feels, and really be able to get inside of him, so that way there's no way he's going to do anything that I don't expect, and I'll have every...
Wagner's good. Wagner's tough. He's gotten second place a couple times at ADCC. He's a tough guy. Hey, we watch you watch fight sports. You saw his son grappling, Cyborg. You know, if you grapple Cyborg every day, you're gonna be tough. Hard to score on. They be doing some gray moves, moves you don't know if it's legal or not. And he got a lot of experience. My issue with Wagner is that he had heart failure this year, and I don't think he should be competing. But
answer for him on the day.
That looks good. I want some Brazilian. Shoot.
You're speaking Kimura.
I don't want to. Is there any good Brazilian places in New Jersey, guys? I don't want to go to Fogo, though. We ain't got that Fogo money. I know Evan won't go to Fogo this show.
You're speaking Kimura. It's not going to happen. It's really...
People, like we're going to avoid his takedowns and submissions.
I'm zooming through it, guys. I'm zooming through
Barnes
it.
and Noble. This is where I like to flex my intellectual capacity. This is a metaphor for where I'm going in life. But just what my training is going to look like. Well,
Hollywood Cemetery.
Like his training camp.
Why is that the Hollywood Cemetery, bro? We zooming through it, guys. I'm not really trying to watch this, but
it was definitely a message. Yeah. Wagner's going down.
Oh, you didn't know?
8 minutes 50.
Cyborg's had
North-south.
open heart surgery too.
Triangle.
Walk out there to fight him, you psych yourself up and you say, this is mine. And that's all you have to say. Manifestation. Is that right? I don't know.
I'm skipping through it.
That's it.
Guys, I'm a little jealous of this setup, though. I'm a little jealous, bro. You know how much work I could get done with that setup? All right, let's move on. Yeah, he had heart failure. Let's see. I think a couple months ago. Man, you just joined our channel, bro. I've been covering all this stuff. Two months ago, he had heart failure. Not to laugh at it or anything. You didn't see any of this stuff, man? Two months ago, he trying to do a professional match. You need to hang it up, bro. He's 43 years old. Does that look like a 43? Well, I guess you could say 43. I got some gray too, but as soon as I cut that off, I'm back to whatever age I should be. But yeah, he had some heart issues. Cyborg's had heart issues too. He had open heart surgery in 2020. Did they ever have a YouTube video on that? Let's see. Looky, who was there? Me. You know, I'm the only person that covered this stuff. What about misspell Roberto. Shoot, come on. Nobody really covered that stuff. I guess I'm the only person. It's a big deal. You know, these guys taking supplements. You know, they all popped on that. Oh, new subscriber. Okay, welcome. They all popped about a couple years ago, 2021, I believe. They popped almost all the Fight Sports guys popped. Wagner, Hosha, Cyborg all popped. And then, we don't know what these guys are taking. So I keep telling you guys to live healthy life. You don't need this crap. You know, just be healthy. These dudes, I don't know if they're gonna make it to 50. They're not acting like they want to make it to 50. We got our main topic coming up, but then I'm gonna call it quits. It says dating in jiu-jitsu. Don't do it. End of story. This one is for the guys. How do you feel about dating a woman who knows and lives BJJ? Well, that's okay. I mean, just don't date at your gym. Says if it's someone you've met randomly outside of the gym, then it's fine. If you're planning to ask out the woman that's been nice to you when you roll, then it's not fine. Says just don't use the gym as a place to meet people to date. Rarely ends well. I've seen it work maybe like 3 or 4 times. Like Chris and Sarah, Vinny, and Jeff. I think I've seen it work 3 times in 20 years. Says true, Brazilians take this sport seriously like it's life and death. I mean, it can be, you know, Brazil's a different place than America, so opportunities don't always come up. But they pay a price. You know, they pay a price for those world championships and you know, all those medals. They pay a price for it that a lot of people aren't willing to pay for. Says I think it's fine to have a partner that trains. I don't recommend dating a new training partner. Yeah, don't do that. If you're asking if it's permissible to date the new white belt female, bad idea. Yeah, don't date anybody. Nobody should date anybody at the gym. You can date someone at a different gym or, you know, different sport or do something. Don't date at your gym. I met a girl 10 years ago who joined my gym as a brand new white belt. She stuck around for a year before I asked her out. That still was not right. We kept it mostly to the DL because dating teammates felt icky. Eventually, other classmates found out about it. Afterwards, life happened, unrelated, and I wasn't able to attend class anymore. Come on, bro. We know you broke up. I'm still a white belt while she eventually made it to blue belt. A month ago, I married that girl. Oh, okay, never mind. He married that girl. Says always follow up your role with a DM to let them know you're a nice guy who appreciates womanly presence on the mat and you're not creepy at all or anything. You know, we got too many J-Rods in this sport, so don't be creepy, guys. We're trying to get more girls in the sport, and if you guys are always scaring the girls away, there's nothing we can do. Yeah, what we're seeing now, one person said, my daughter is a purple belt and is dating a guy. She got him into it, but he's only a white belt. So I'm starting to see that. I believe Sarah Galval, you know, Andre Galval's daughter, she got a black belt, and she's dating like a purple belt. He a good purple belt, though. Honestly, wish there was jiu-jitsu based dating. I thought, I won't say that. Don't crap where you eat. That's a good rule. Nurses, okay. Possibly. I don't want to talk about nurses. Let's keep it to jiu-jitsu. Says, I don't care. I'll leave my gym in a second. It's just the gym. It's not like it's my job or my smoking hot stepsister. Wait, what? It'd be cool. My wife did some taekwondo and does Muay Thai on occasion, and I love getting the chance to throw some gloves on with her. Granted, I've been training significantly longer than her. I think any guy who'd have problems with this has a massive ego problem and wouldn't be worth dating anyway. I mean, you know, things happen. Hopefully we're all adults. But I suggest you guys don't date at your gym. Someone asks, is 10th Planet the epitome of no-gi? They doing their own thing, you know. I like no-gi. I've trained for 7 months at the same gym, but their no-gi classes are only twice a week, meaning I get 3 hours of weekly mat time, no-gi mat time. I'm torn between 2 schools. One is cheaper and closer, while the other is 10th Planet. I'm not looking to compete at all. I just figure I should try maxing my potential since I'm dedicating the money and time for a casual hobbyist like me. Would I be less proficient no-gi player by not going to 10th Planet, or is it, well, if you want to do all no-gi, go to 10th Planet. Easy. Just go to 10th Planet. You're going to do all no-gi. Now, will you be good at no-gi? I can't say that. I believe Nathan Orchard, he does more traditional 10th Planet style, so you know, you're going to be doing rubber guard, dead orchard, and some other moves. If you ain't flexible, you probably don't need to be there. One poster says, "Go for whatever will increase the likelihood of you going to class." Okay, do the no-gi then. We had some more news. So if you guys clicked on this thumbnail, we have Sammy Sasso. Before we talk about what happened to him now, let's talk about what happened to him earlier. This is from a couple years ago.
Ohio State wrestler Sammy Sasso will spend at least a decade in prison. A judge handing...
Oh, wait. Let's rewind that.
The man who shot retired Ohio State wrestler Sammy Sasso will spend at least a decade in prison. A judge handing down that sentence just moments ago. Kate Seifert was in the courtroom where Sammy Sasso spoke to Elijah Lee and the judge. Kate?
Hey, good afternoon, Terry. As you mentioned, 18-year-old Elijah Lee, as you said, will spend at least 10 years behind bars after shooting and injuring OSU wrestler Sammy Sasso. Sammy Sasso gave a victim statement during a court today, starting off by saying it has been extremely difficult to try and put into words how this incident has impacted his life. But he is thanking the Columbus community today for the outpouring of support that they gave him while he was recovering. The one thing he did say is that he hopes that after this afternoon, he can move forward with his life, despite losing the one thing he loved the most in his life, which was wrestling.
One of the biggest pills I had to swallow from this was that I might never be able to wrestle again. A lifetime dedicated to a sport and my craft, nearly 20 years dedicated to becoming a Division I NCAA champion. I've been in the finals twice before. I'd taken second twice. I was coming back for my senior year, and my last chance to go accomplish this dream of mine that I've had since a little kid was just taken away.
Sasso was shot back in August 2023 near Ohio State's campus. Elijah Lee, who was 16 years old at the time of the shooting, was arrested just a few weeks later in connection to the crime. Sasso suffered severe injuries, spending more than 40 days in the hospital and going through months of rehab. Those injuries ultimately leading to the end of his wrestling career.
I look like I'm in good health and everything's been fixed, but the truth is my left leg might never be the same again. And it's a struggle. That's a battle I've had to deal with, mentally and physically. And with that, the whole trajectory of my life changed.
Back in February, OSU wrestling coach Tom Ryan announced Sasso would be retiring from his wrestling career, but he finished as one of the most accomplished wrestlers in Buckeye history with 106 career victories. He was also a two-time Big Ten champion, a four-time All-American, and two-time NCAA runner-up. Again, a judge sentencing Elijah Lee, 18-year-old Lee, to at least 10 years behind bars. Lee's attorney did read a statement on Elijah's behalf in court.
So yeah, if you don't remember, Sammy Sasso was the guy, he got shot, before the NCAAs he got shot. So that basically derailed his whole wrestling career. And let's see if I can move down. And what's crazy is that he was going to become the next assistant coach for Lehigh. Lehigh Valley, Lehigh Wrestling. So that's kind of the catch you up on the story on Sammy Sasso. Can you guys? I don't know if you guys can see that. Everything's all over the place. I don't know if you can read that. Yeah, but he was going to be the next Lehigh assistant coach. So now to get back into the present, we're going to read this story from the Wrestling Room. It says, breaking: Lehigh Valley legend Sammy Sasso was arrested in Nazareth PD, his hometown, last night on a felony gun charge. It should be noted that Sasso has a concealed carry permit for Ohio. He's in PA though. a very understandable means of self-defense after being carjacked and shot a few years ago. He just moved back. He was also charged with 2 misdemeanors related to drugs and drug paraphernalia, cited for operating an unregistered vehicle. Preliminary arraignment is scheduled for the 17th of July. So what's that? Tomorrow? Today? Oh, it was yesterday. Right? 7? Sammy has been through a lot, and I don't think anyone can blame him for having a weapon. I pray all this gets resolved. So he got shot, and now he carries a gun. So just make sure you do that legally. Someone says, I sympathize with him for what happened with the carjacking, but sounds like he had an unregistered weapon, drugs, and an unregistered car. So he's messing up. Something about PA is making everybody mess up over there. All the wrestlers. Ohio and PA have reciprocity between their CCWs, their concealed carries. I don't want to get into that. And let's just listen to the next story. Was that from a recent? Where's the thing at? Oh, there wasn't a new one? I thought there was a new one. So much crap. This is the last story, guys. I'm a dip. So 25th, he's 25. He was arrested following a traffic stop on Wednesday in Nazareth that led to the seizure of multiple firearms. Okay, that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. Sasso did not have a license to carry the firearms, Borough police allege. Police said they pulled over the black Lexus IS 250. That's a nice car. Due to an Ohio registration that expired in April. The traffic stop occurred about 7 p.m. in Bath Nazareth Highway and Georgetown Road. Okay, one handgun, a loaded Beretta, 40 cal, semi-automatic was in the panel of the driver's side door, and additional firearms were found in an Ohio State University bag inside the car. So my man was moving from Ohio to PA, and they caught him. It says Borough police also said they found THC vape cartridges in the vehicle, and that Sasso told police he did not have a Pennsylvania medical marijuana card. You still need that stuff over here, guys. Maybe not Jersey, but PA. Police indicated in court records Sasso cooperated during the stop and initially consented to a vehicle search before denying consent to search the OSU bag. He admitted it contained additional firearms, and police seized the vehicle and obtained a search warrant, court records say. The bag was then found to contain 3 handguns, FN 9mm Walter 380 caliber, and Glock 27 40 cal. Sasso of Upper Nazareth Township is charged with a felony firearms. He's charged with a felony firearms not to be carried without a license, in addition to misdemeanor drug possession and possession of drug paraphernalia, plus a summary charge of driving an unregistered vehicle. He was arraigned early Thursday morning, yesterday, before a district judge, in lieu of a $35,000 bail. According to court records, his mother, Lorraine Sasso, then posted the bail, the records say. Sasso did not immediately have an attorney, according to the office of district judge. Sasso has a preliminary hearing tentatively scheduled for the 30th of July, where a district judge will be asked to determine if there is sufficient evidence to send the charges toward trial. They're not going to do this. Come on. They're not going to. They love wrestling too much in PA to get rid of him. Efforts to reach Sasso for comment were not immediately successful. I get that he's a semi-celebrity, but at this point, it's too early to weigh in on anything, the district attorney said. He is a celebrity in PA. Yeah. Oh, he returned to action for his final year of eligibility at Ohio State for the 2024-2025 season. He went 12-7, competing at 157 and 165. While successfully overcoming his injuries to return to the mat, he was unable to crack the Buckeyes' postseason lineup. Alrighty, so that's basically it. In freestyle, Sasso won a junior national title in Fargo, North Dakota. And while at Ohio State, he won a UWW Junior National Championship in 2019. So he's won championships in Ironman, the Super 32, and Beast of the East, and Flow Nationals. So if anything in wrestling, they give you a slap on the wrist. If you're really good, I don't know if they're gonna give Sasso a pass though. So hopefully we'll keep an eye on this story for all my wrestlers out there. I know you love wrestling. But make sure you don't get caught doing stuff you're not supposed to do. Make sure everything's registered, car and firearms, and that's all I can say, guys. I'm done today. Again, fantastic Friday. I'm gonna do some push-ups. I might film it, and post it on my social media. Otherwise, Fitness and Fantastic Friday. So make sure you guys work out. I was eating some Costco cookies, so I need to work out later. And that's it, guys. I don't stream on the weekends, so I'll see you guys on Monday, God willing. If you want to sponsor the channel, Inverted Gear, offer code ALEC. We got BJJ Mental Models, offer code ALEC. And if you ain't got no money, that's fine. Just tell people about the live stream. All right, guys. We also have memberships on this channel too. Whatever you guys want to do. And I'm playing my Inverted Gear video on my way out. So, guys, enjoy your Friday. Get some exercise for me. And stay healthy, guys. Peace.